Cyberpunk 2077 is a top 3 game of all time for me. I have played countless games and no game has ever hit like Cyberpunk. No game has ever felt as immersive as Cyberpunk for me, and most importantly, the characters and the plot. Just chef's kiss. There are no words that I can use which will describe my love towards this game. I had to bash my head on the wall just to write this script because I just don't know how to express what I feel towards this game. Cyberpunk is a once in a century type of stuff. The beautiful city that you get to explore, the characters and NPCs that feel real, the deep side quests that show you many different shades of life within a single city. This game teaches you how to find happiness in smaller things, and if you can't manage to do that, then the only thing you will ever find is sadness. I know many people complain a lot when it comes to the fact that this game is only first person and that it should get a third person mode, but let me tell you guys something. You guys are missing the point. Night City is not just a game world. Night City is supposed to feel real. A normal conversation with a character is not just a dialogue exchange, it's supposed to feel real. That's why almost every conversation gives you the option to lean on a wall, sit on a chair, and just because of this small animation, the entire conversation feels real because it immerses you into the world. Cyberpunk 2077 is not just a game, it wants you to be the part of the world, and first person is the best way to immerse you into any world. I made a video on Night City where I talk about why I can't move on from Night City. It is a great in-depth video that I'm sure you guys will love if you like Cyberpunk as well. So make sure to give that video a watch as well. Now, in this video, I wanted to go deep and discuss about my favorite parts of the game, the plot and the characters. My plan was to include Phantom Liberty in this video as well, but then the video would have gotten too long. So I decided to make a separate video for it, so stay tuned. These videos take lots of effort to produce, so a like and subscribe is truly appreciated. So grab your snacks and let's get into it. When you start the game, everything just feels so overwhelming because this world is new. Everything is so futuristic, the slangs are different, and the plot is just everywhere until it comes down to Robin, the relic from Arasaka. And once everything goes south, that's when the plot hits that you are not John Wick. You can die easily as the next guy, and the entire objective where you have to get the chip out of your system within a time limit keeps you engaged every second of the game. The story is cool, badass, emotional, sad, with few happy, calm and relaxed moments. Halfway through the game, you start realizing that yeah, everyone is playing with me. You help everyone but get nothing in return. You know that maybe there's no cure, but you just ignore that feeling and root for V from start to end. That's what I love about this game. The characters, they are not just lines, they feel like real people who you hate, love and root for. Jackie was a guy who looked tough, but deep down was the most caring, naive and a real true friend of V. All he wanted was to hit the major leagues with one last job and settle down with Misty. He was the happiness and joy of the story. With him gone, he took away those feelings with him. The moment he dies, the entire game and V's life turns to shit. Everything becomes somber and sad. Those 3 hours you spend with Jackie are only true happy moments in the game. After the game just turns so depressing and lonely. Attending his funeral isn't comforting either because you are literally dying at that time. And when you go through his stuff with Misty and meet Mama Wells, all you have is regret. Regret that you should have never taken that job. When you start the game, everything feels overwhelming and confusing, like what the heck is a brain dance? Why is there so much talking? What are these body modifications? Like, what the heck is even going on? And stuff just feels so slow without any direction. But once you are in the heist and when it goes wrong, everything just goes from 0 to 100. And I swear, that entire hour has to be the best ever in the entire gaming. So much shit happens. Heist going wrong, Jackie dying, V dying. Everything is just so confusing. Like, what's even going on? So to confuse you even more, the game introduces you to Johnny, where he's raiding Arasaka Tower, and oh my god, that entire section has to be the most perfect moment in the entire gaming. Johnny's badassery, the raid, the music, the gunplay, the entire thing feels like a John Wick movie. I absolutely love that segment. The game pretty much actually really starts after this moment, and not once does it slow down or get boring after this, and I have to nominate that segment as gaming's most coolest moment ever. When the game was first revealed, I thought Johnny would be like a side character. You meet halfway through the game and he somehow becomes a really good friend of yours or whatever. But when I played the game, I was blown away by the fact that Johnny is actually in your head and that you have to tolerate him for the entire game. The dynamic between V and Johnny has to be the most in-depth and heartfelt friendly relationship I have seen in any video game. From hating each other to becoming literal besties just hits you right in the heart. Johnny never really cared about anyone but himself, but after spending time with V, he changes for good. He understands that being a narcissistic asshole is not the only way to the life. He lets go of his desire and selfishness to take over V and instead does everything he can to help V, even if it means that Johnny would die again. And in a weird sort of way, even with a voice in V's head, Johnny is the reason V doesn't give up. He is the reason he doesn't feel lonely. And the worst part is choosing between the two in the endgame. I still to this day haven't moved on from that sadness of letting one of them go. Keanu Reeves is my favorite actor of all time, and when it was revealed that he was gonna be in Cyberpunk, I just lost it. I was so damn excited, and when Johnny finally arrives, I started to think that, wait a minute, he doesn't seem like a good guy. Johnny is the most egotistical, self-centered narcissist who only cares about himself, and not even Keanu Reeves was convincing me to root for Johnny. But as the game progresses, you start learning and seeing more of what he actually is. Why is he the way he is? Why does he hate Arasaka so much? Every time you play as Johnny, the game instantly becomes 10 times more badass. And once you learn his perspective about why he hates corporations, and most importantly why Arasaka so much, he instantly turns into one of the best characters in Cyberpunk alongside V. His regret over not being able to save Alt, him finally coming into terms that he is not a good guy overall, and that scene at the graveyard where he realizes that he never even mattered. After all his revolutionary acts against the corpos, it didn't even earn him a proper burial. The best he got was a landfill. From trying to take over V's body selfishly to maturing and realizing that it doesn't even matter, he accepts the fact that he fucked over everyone when he was alive. That's why no one could tolerate him or be in the same room as he is. After failing to save Alt and indirectly being the reason she dies and accepting what he really is and losing his selfish obsession to kill Smasher, he didn't even want V's body anymore. All he cared was to help V survive at all costs. And when both V and Johnny think that they have found the perfect friend one could ever have, life had other plans to separate them. And even though it's V's body, still the pain of choosing one to survive was immeasurable. Misty and Viktor were the only last true friends who cared deeply for V. Even with Jackie gone, Misty never blames V. Instead, she does whatever she can to help keep V alive, even when Misty herself was not feeling better. Viktor, on the other hand, is like an older brother V never had. He does everything he can to keep V alive, but he knows that this is out of his hands. Even in Phantom Liberty, after 2 years when everyone has forgotten V, Viktor sends multiple messages to see where is V. And once you return to Night City again, the only people who are there for you are Misty and Viktor again. When meeting Evelyn the first time, I was 100% sure that yeah, she is gonna betray us down the line, and Judy was someone who I didn't really have much of an opinion, and even her missions and story arc felt like it was okay-ish but not too crazy. But what really stood out was the emotional weight in her arc due to Evelyn. From thinking that she will betray V to witnessing her offing herself felt too much to take in. It comes out of nowhere and you just sitting there thinking, what the hell? Then the entire revenge arc was okay, but I don't know, it didn't really connect with me, unlike some other arcs within this world. But that last underwater mission with Judy, that was peaceful. It felt calming while your life was collapsing. Takemura was a character who I was very curious about. I wanted to know why was he so loyal to Arasaka, his backstory, and as game starts progressing, you start to trust him more and more. But if you look deeply into it at that time, you realize that no matter what, he is Arasaka's dog, and no matter what, he will choose Arasaka over you at any given time without hesitation. And if it wasn't clear at that point, when you choose Arasaka ending, you get this one final talk with Takemura, where his whole demeanor changes. You think that as game progresses, VS develops some sort of relationship with Takemura, but no, he starts acting the same as before. Same as he did when Arasaka had their leash on him. And if you don't help him avenge Saburo, he just tells you to rot in hell. So that makes everything clear. He isn't there to build a friendship with you. He doesn't even care about you. He's just there for his convenience. You die or you live, he couldn't give two fucks. And that really shows the reality of the world. Not everyone is there for you in a caring way. Most of the people are there with you only because you have something to offer to them. Panam's entire arc is just therapy. Every second of her arc makes you forget not just V's problem, but your problems in real life as well. The life out in the Badlands, the gang, it makes you feel alone. But at the same time, the Aldecaldos feel like a family who is there to fight everything with you together that you cannot fight alone. When I first met Panam, she felt annoying and full of shit, but as the game progresses, you do missions for her, you help her out, you understand and learn about her. Everything just changes. All I wanted for V after that arc was just a normal life with her. No one cared for V more than Panam, not Jackie, not Johnny, not Misty or even Viktor. But with happiness also comes the pain. The pain knowing that no matter how badly you want to be with Panam and the gang, you have to go out there and face the world to save yourself, because if not, V is gonna die. I don't think any game has ever left this bittersweet of a feeling in me. All I wanted in the end was for V and Panam to be together, because staying with her and the gang just felt right in every way. Also, I cannot handle another David and Lucy situation, man. That's also why my canon ending is when you leave the city with the gang, because even without a cure, it keeps me at ease knowing there is still a way, and at least V has people who care about him. After losing friends like Jackie and making more friends like Johnny, Panam, the Aldecaldos, Judy and more, doing all the side quests and exploring each corner of the world and experiencing everything that the game has to offer, you are at the ending. And you realize that all that shit, hardships, sadness you just went through was all for nothing. Cause no matter what you did or what you do, you're gonna get wiped out in some sort of way, and there's nothing you can do about it. It all comes down to having only two choices in front of you. Either give your body to Johnny and go away with Alt, or keep your body and die in 6 months anyways. Ugh, what a misery. There are multiple endings to this game, and I like the ending where Johnny takes over V's body. It's an emotional bittersweet ending, but I wanna talk about my canon ending that I think should be the real ending, the star. This is the ending where you ask Panam and the Aldecaldos help you into getting inside Arasaka so we could get a cure, but in the process Saul dies, which was heartbreaking. But someone is gonna die no matter what ending you choose, so you just have to live with it. Eventually, V decides to keep his body and live out the rest of the 6 months, but in this ending, he's not alone. He has got Panam and the gang, and this is the most hopeful ending for V. Since the Aldecaldos have contacts and are familiar with tech, so V, Panam and the gang decides to leave Night City in pursuit of a new life, hopefully managing to succeed in finding a cure for V. Out of all the endings, this is the happiest Cyberpunk 2077 could get. This ending provides hope that maybe everything will go right with V and the gang, and that they finally got the happy ever after. And best case scenario, maybe we will return in Cyberpunk Part 2 once again as the main protagonist to continue the journey that was left midway in this ending. I know everyone wants a new protagonist and a new story, but I'm just not ready to let go of V and all the characters that I have grown to love. This game is truly a generational experience which is gonna stay with me forever. I haven't felt so many complex emotions ever as I have felt while playing this game, and all I wanna say is that Cyberpunk 2077 is a life-changing experience that everyone should experience before dying.